Teen spirit for me. Uh, when I was in high school, my friends and we were pranksters. We had elaborate practical jokes that we would plan out and pull off, and sometimes they were simple and sometimes they weren't. And there was this teacher that a bunch of us had all in the same year. I'm not going to use his name, and I want to remind everyone I am a teacher also. Um, we called him Dr. Sleep, and he would show film strips, the kind with a little cassette tape that would go beep. Then you would have to change the film strip. He did this every day. So I hatched this plan. I wanted to see if the guy could actually teach. So my brother happened to be in the class. My brother's 13 months younger than me. I think that makes us Irish twins or something like that. But my brother stood guard at the door while Dr. Sleep was in the hallway between classes. And I took a small amount of Vaseline and rubbed it over the lens of the projector, which means that it would not focus. So he comes in and tries to start class and start his film strip projector, and it wouldn't focus. Sure enough, the guy couldn't stand and deliver either. He futzed with that thing for the whole period. Now, I'd have gotten away with this, but of course, some girl ratted me out, which means that I got sent to the principal's office when they found out, and I got a detention. And back in the day, you could trade your night's detention, your evening, afternoon detention for 3 swats. So I traded mine for 3 swats, and I go down, and Mr. Urey gives me the first swat. And of course, I had a stupid comment. I said, "Thanks, sir. May I have another?" He said, "That one doesn't count." So I ended up getting 4 swats. And Mr. Urey was like 6'2". I mean, he put some leverage behind that thing. You actually had welts on your rear end, and you were proud of them. You showed them off at wrestling practice. So this started a practical joke war with Dr. Sleep. Now, he lived in town, and he had a split rail fence, which we would dismantle about every other weekend. We didn't take the rails. We would lay them there, and he would put them back a couple days later. I don't know why he didn't just nail them in and be done with it, but when he put them back the next weekend, we'd take them down again. And this wasn't good enough because it just didn't seem to get under his skin. So springtime rolls around. He had a swimming pool. We decided that we would get a bunch of sections of garden hose. We filled them up with water and corked them on both ends. We snuck in there at night after we dismantled his fence, and we put these garden hoses into his pool. We pulled the cork out of the end that is in the pool. We ran them downhill. It was a perfect setup. We went down to the bottom where the end of the garden hoses were. We pulled the corks out. We drained that pool. The water was running down the street. It was wet the next day. I think he probably had about 1.5 feet of water left in his pool. Now, we never stopped to consider that he probably had to pay for that water. We were young and stupid. What did we know? It was a really great practical joke. And I know some people were thinking, man, that Mark Lentz, he was a bad kid. No. Not bad at all. Because I never got caught. The bad kids get caught. So we got away with this. We drained his pool, under the cover of night. No one ever found out who it was while we sit back and chuckle. And we played these practical jokes, probably one a month on different people around town. But Dr. Sleep was our favorite. I almost consider him a volunteer for these things. But that was teen spirit for us, this practical joking thing that we did, around the big city of Red Lion, which I know Corey's familiar with that. That's my teen spirit story, draining a pool.